Hello, hello. Welcome back. Welcome back to the Virgo channel. My name is Laura. If you're new to my channel, I'm going to do a general message for Virgo. Know that energy is fluid. Roles can be reversed. Just interpret the message as it best resonates with you. Also know on this channel and on my channel, I like to dive deep within the reading. So I look at everything, but we take more time to look at the spiritual blocks, the shadows, to see how they play out as karmic themes to help you understand why everything's playing out the way that it is, why you would be attracting this type of person with this type of character to your life, right? Again, there's only two energies, love and fear. And when someone, comes into our life and they make us feel bad, like if they have feelings for us, why would they do that, right? It's again, it keeps us ruminating. So we're able to actually look at what's important instead of get triggered and get caught up in, our trauma. Because really, people come into our life to heal us, to show us what needs to be adjusted a lot of times. So we can get triggered by that too. We could take it personally, especially if we've been judged a lot, if we've been rejected a lot. So again, that's oversensitivity happens. We all form habits and behaviorisms that are in alignment with what's happening in the environment. So we have to continually spiritually clear ourselves, heal the perceptions, heal our perceptions, and that's, hard to do unless you're taking in spiritual energy, meaning you're reading spiritual literature, you're listening to spiritual audios, you're around spiritual people. It's you have to bombard the environment because the environment is always going to tell you that you don't have enough, that you're not good enough, that you're not pretty enough, that you don't have, whatever it is. And then we form judgments about ourselves. And this is how um, we move further away from our true self, and it's all about connecting to the higher self, which is the true self, which is the God part of self, which is all about unconditional love. It's the same energy as the universe because God created the universe. So it's just an extension of God's energy. That's why it knows what to bring you to help revert you back to your original energy of unconditional love. But it's all about integrating the spiritual lesson and then transmuting that negative energy, which just means embodying a whole new consciousness so you can see yourself differently. Because God is all knowing, and we actually have spirit, which is God inside of us, but we don't feel like we're all knowing. We get stuck in a perception because certain experiences keep playing out, certain karmic experiences that keep you in lower energy. Again, shame, victimization, betrayal, all those energies are derived from fear. All right. Now, anything of any importance, a relevance to the channel, you can find in the description box below. Don't forget about my otter spirit bracelets. I've been loving these minis because they just don't get in the way. Sometimes the bigger ones, if you're wearing them every day, they get in the way. Like I can wear these working out. I can wear these just every day. And they're this combo I love because it's the protection one. It helps you stay grounded, it helps you stay in the moment. That's why it's protection. See, it's our own mind a lot of times that gets carried away when we have traumas. We see what we look for. The amygdala is the gland inside of your head that's job is to sense out outside stimuli that corresponds with any trauma. And that trauma overrides everything because it's related to your survival. It's how the psyche sees things. So you could have went through a traumatic experience a long time ago, and you are still unconsciously seeking out those experiences. It's a way to keep us safe, but it actually works against us because it's the thoughts that you think about and the emotions that you have that make you the vibration of who and what comes to you. So if you haven't healed suppressed and repressed energy, that's why. So the grounding ones and the protection stones always work for me. Very psychic people usually have to, wear those. Empaths have to wear protection stones because they can feel. If it's not other people's fault, Everyone has a right to give off the energy that they give off, but we can feel other people's pain. We can feel, and we can take it on as our own. So wearing stones that are going to protect you, that are going to help you stay grounded, be in the moment, be in the now, allows you to stay connected to the higher self. Because only in the now do you get divine guidance. And so your divine guidance is that spirit that speaks to you when you need to be spoken to. But if we're up in our minds and we're too focused on other people and other things, then, we're going to miss the message. All right. So let's see what the underlining energy is. It is stuck. We're going to pull one more. Imbalance, disequilibrium. So someone is stuck in a very toxic environment, is what I'm feeling. And this person had a connection to you. It's not that they don't have feelings for you, but they're connected to somebody again that is extremely toxic. And it's like they don't know what to do. They don't know what to do because they didn't invest enough time in you to actually make that, a logical decision. See, when we're intuitive, it's not that we can just act from our intuition. Yes, this person feels you're their person. However, they've been connected to somebody else. And again, should I stay or should I go? It's like there's this energy. So this person is actually seeing now because they're connected to someone that they really don't want to be connected to anymore. They just have been in this place for a long time that what they're seeing is, well, they abandoned you, but they didn't just abandon you. They're abandoning themselves because they're not living their life. Someone else that's very selfish, that's a narcissist, that's in their environment. So this person feels hopeless because that person has all the finances, has full control over their life. They don't have control over their life anymore. So this is the underlining energy. They want to get out, but if they get out, they won't have anything. And they don't know what they're leaving into, so I feel like this person's stability, this person might have owned a business with this person at one time. Their finances are so wrapped up with this person, and this person, the karmic person that's a narcissist, is like, I don't really care what you want. They're extremely selfish. Now I'm kind of feeling like whatever this person is like in their karma, meaning whatever they gave out, they're getting back. Now, we're just going to pull a few more. Oh, I had to have two decks in here. So let me just separate and we'll take one from each because spirit wants that. Okay. So this is again illusions. For a long time, this person stayed in like the illusion of what it looked like on the outside. So from the outside, it looks good. It's like, well, they live in a nice home, they have money, they had security, but I feel like this person never was happy with the karmic. It's like they have not known how to get away from that. And so that's the thing. This person, like, it's easier for them to detach. It's easier for them to create the illusion that their life is better than it is because it's like they're stuck and stupid. And why I say that is because too much thought, too much emotion creates overstimulation. This person has a lot of anxiety, and that comes from them not trusting themselves. They've been around a narcissist for a long time that has kept them in this low vibration. So, a person can't stay in that low vibration forever because we all have a spirit part of ourself. We all have a God part of self. And there's a desire. There's a desire to not have to dim their light. There's a desire, but they are accommodating this person for a long time, that karmic person for a long time. That's all that they knew. They were bound to this person through guilt, through all the lower energies, guilt, shame. Why? Because in order for this person to survive, they had to kind of have a double life. They had to be toxic. And they were. And so this person who didn't know how to handle problems, they run away because they couldn't feel that they could live up to your needs and expectations, because that's what this karmic tells them every day. Tells them you're a piece of crap, you're a loser, because that person that's connected to you doesn't love them. And this karmic feels like, well, you should love me after everything I've done for you. So they guilt them, they shame them. So, which is that karmic tie. And so this person like didn't really know how to handle it. And now it's like they're on a twin flame journey with you. That they wouldn't know the difference between the karmic and you, because guilt feels like love a lot of times. Like this person's like doesn't want to do it, and then what happens is that they do something to sabotage the connection. Then that karmic beats it into them, tells them what a piece of shit that they are, how they need to love them, how they need to be loyal, how they did this, how they made them their life. They wouldn't be where they are today. They wouldn't. So this person says, well, I do love this person because they have done everything, but they don't love that person. They're being brainwashed into believing that they love this person. And the thing is, they wouldn't have known the difference unless this was a twin flame journey. Because it's like, how could they tell the difference? Toxicity. This person just is stuck in fear. All they know is that they want to come back to you. They can't stand the thought of you with someone else, and that's because this is a twin flame journey. So this karmic is getting furious. You know that this karmic has fire coming out of their face. Again, you are the first person on my mind when I wake up in the morning. I feel lost without you. This person like is like, I can't help what I feel. And that karmic is like, how dare you? How, like, it's like they're so mad because this person isn't giving them any affection. So it looks like it's a relationship from the outside. Oh, look, they have a nice home. Look, they have cars. They might have a business. They might look like they have money. Whatever it looks like, it's a sham. And this karmic is pissed because they don't want it to be a sham. They're like, I earned this space to be in with you, and you are like resisting. It's like you did it all on my back, is how the karmic feels. This person feels empty without you. So, this karmic, like you said, they're trying to they're trying to make it look a certain way, they're trying to manipulate. It's almost like they put so much time and so much energy that I feel like this karmic is starting to become like really bipolar because it's triggering a lot of their childhood wounds of like abandonment and other things. This person wants to work things out with you, and this karmic knows it. And even if they haven't said anything, they don't know who you are, they can feel it. They can feel it because by now this person would have caved. By now this person would have given in. It's not like this hasn't happened before. This has happened before, but it's never taken this long. This person normally like gives in. So this karmic knows exactly who you are. And they're like pissed. I feel terrible for hurting you. Like this person's like didn't know what to do. They were manipulated, and now they're looking and they're like, this got me nowhere. Like I like whatever that karmic told them, because in the end of the day, we look to see like where this person was at, and it brought us here. That it's all about you, that they're a little bit obsessed with you, which is very common for a twin flame, because there's a lot of passion, there's a lot of chemistry, there's a lot of past life connection. And this karmic is like doing handstands or cartwheels and, doing everything to be like seen. And this person's like, I don't want you. Like, and the irony is, the more time that you're apart from this person, the more that this karmic is starting to get crazy, like bipolar, where this person is starting to see that karmic as someone completely different. Like, again, finances are a problem. That's what the problem is. And that's why this karmic has this person is like, you ain't going anywhere. You're not going to go anywhere. You can do whatever the hell you want, but you won't be going to that person because they know this person is holding back because of somebody. They don't know who. And believe me, if they knew who, they would be, again, finding you out and confronting you. Trust me. This person that's connected to you knows that. And I feel like that's why they haven't contacted you because they're like, this person is getting more and more and more crazy. They're exposing their true colors. And the more that you're away, the more anxiety that this person gets again. And that's the thing. This karmic wants you to think that it was just a fling. Whatever they had with you was just a fling because they're not coming back. It was just a fling. But the truth of the matter is, I feel like your person just had a fling with this karmic, but it was based on a lie. I feel like they were, trying to leave, trying to do whatever. And I do believe that this person got confused and tried to make it work and couldn't make it work. Just like there's too much damage in this connection. So now this person that's connected to you is has anxiety because they know that they've abandoned you. Like I said, I gave in to temptation. Didn't I tell you that this karmic did everything and they lured them back in and they also like lured them back in like sexually. And so that's the thing. This person was weak. And that's why they're like, I don't know what I'm going to do. That's why they have a lot of anxiety. I pulled away because I am overwhelmed with all of the things going on in my life. And that's this karmic. This karmic is like, oh, you ain't going anywhere. I'm going to ruin your life. I'm going to bury you. How dare you? Think that you're going to go and give somebody else everything that I worked for, everything that I've done. I'm the one that's been there for you through a job, through if they were divorced, if again they lost a job, if they lost a family member. Like it was you that nurtured this person back to wholeness at one time. So you kind of feel like this person rather feels like you that they owe it to them. Like they'd say, you owe it to me after everything I've done for you. If they have children with this person, then for sure. And so it's a lot of games that this karmic does to confuse your person. And they were at a low vibration for a long time. But the twin flame journey is about God having to actually get involved. It's a divine union that comes into your life at a time that this person is like, they're drowning, they're lost. Things aren't working. They don't know what to do. They made a wrong decision. They don't trust themselves. It's like they are in a weaker line, but their faith, they want more. They turn to God during this time because this karmic is like losing it, where, like I said, they're being exposed, which is creating a lot of freaking problems, a lot of problems. So this person sees you again, you're the sign that they're meant, that your destiny, like that you give this person meaning, which again is not uncommon for the twin flame, especially where they are. Because remember that karmic is demolishing their life right now. They're going crazy, they lost control, their mask fell off, in them trying to keep them away from you. That's why you know that this is a divine connection. Even if you say, I don't want to be with this person, you have free will to choose, and understand you may want to do that because this person, again, gave in to temptation. But they feel like they needed to go through this. So again, prickly defenses, again, where you're like, I don't know whether or not, again, whether you have the patience really to let this grow because of everything that they did. And the fact is that they're also going to have those issues because they were just with a crazy person. And they thought that that person was one person, and what they see is that they're not. For a long time, they felt bad for this person. They allowed this person to shame them. They gave their energy and like that's what they should do, not what they wanted to do. They were guilted. And in that, they sabotaged their life. They neglected you, but they neglected themselves because this was a divine union. So it's almost like this person needs to take time out, like they're again trying to regroup to try and figure out. It's like they've disconnected from this karmic. And that this when they have this epiphany, okay? And that's the it's the outdated ways of thinking, and that's what you symbolize. The twin flame symbolizes that. It's time to step it up. It's time to step into your divine energy. And that means move into the energy of unconditional love. This person was not. They were shady. They live that way. And understand there's part of this person that doesn't know whether you're going to say, like, does it have enough? Did I give enough? Because what they know is that they didn't give enough. And you may be like, you didn't give me enough. And this person knows damn well that they didn't, and they feel ashamed and they feel bad. They made a wrong decision. They didn't know what to do. This karmic knew how to press every button. Remember, this person knew who they were. So they think that they're coming back to you. You have free will. I don't like to predict because you know what? A lot of people won't take this person back, and a lot of people will. A lot of people will say, well, I understand. And some of you will say, well, this person will need to prove themselves. And let me tell you something, this person would be happy to. It's again, that would help them step it up to that, the energy that they're supposed to. Again, the one of unconditional love, where they're compassionate. They have to learn how to open up their heart. Their heart has been closed, being connected to that karmic and living from such a low vibration for so long. So we pull 6 cards out. 1 second, Booby. My puppy came in to. Want to say hello? You want to say hello? Say hello. Hello, everybody. Hello. I'm Miami. I'm Miami. Say hello. Say hello. Okay. You got to go back down. Okay. Sometimes that's all it takes for him to like leave. Now he brought in his brother, and his brother's much bigger, so I can't pick up his brother. You know? All right. So how many is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. All right. So today it's 7. So what we see right away is emotionally, this person did not give to you. And when they first came into your life, by the way, you would have self-sabotaged yourself if you would have been with this person ahead of time. Now, what this shows, these are your inner child wound cards, though. They're not, again, what it brought out. However, it mirrors that original trauma. And the original trauma is emotionally, you didn't get what you needed. So a lot of times you self-sacrificed yourself to try to emotionally get what you needed because we pulled neglect too. And so when we neglect and we disassociate because of that emotional pain, it's also psychological pain. And that's what this person actually really did create. They brought you back to that original pain because, hey, was a twin flame connection. They were supposed to show you unconditional love. That's what you knew. They were supposed to nurture this connection. They should have been able to be strong to leap, but they gave into temptation instead. So there is a sense that the relationship is kind of like not in a good place. And so understand when you have been disassociated, you're not going to be as grounded as you should be. And I feel like because you didn't get what you needed and you're always kind and you're always good and you're always nice, people like, again, like they look at you through their own wounds. So a lot of times people misunderstand you, or they think, oh, you're not really that nice, or you're really full of shit, or it's again, and that's because of whatever's on their heart. It has nothing to do with you, but it brings back that same energy of, well, people don't connect with me, or people neglect my feelings. And again, so I have to a lot of times go out of my way. And in doing so, I self-sabotage whatever I have going on for me. Um, my happiness, my peace of mind, maybe even. to the point that, it's not worth it to get that emotional, support. Because I always associate that physical with emotional to the point that, you disassociated. People disassociate from that pain. It'll continue to play out. So then we have to say, okay, we understand obviously why you attracted this person into your life and what needed to be healed. What are we supposed to do with this energy now? Oh, that's too many. It's like, did you see that? It was like a lot, obviously, spirits saying, okay, let's see. We're gonna pull six or seven. Maybe I'll pull seven because we pull seven. They're child wound cards. So one, two, three, four, five, six, and one more is seven. So we're gonna see. So again, this situation was to help you release the limiting beliefs that no longer serve you, to free yourself, and that would be emotionally. Emotionally, I need I need people to give to me, or I need to feel whole from other people, and where at least Spirit says, no, you don't need anything outside of you to be whole. It's like the releasing beliefs are, you are loved. You're not here by mistake, you're here by God's design. That you're meant to be here, regardless of who you are, like where you're from, what you look like, what your idea, political ideas are, what sexuality you are, all of it. It's like you're meant to be here. It's like release the limiting beliefs that no longer serve to help integrate the body, mind, and spirit to become whole, is what Spirit says. You needed to let go of who you were to realize who you are. Again, release the past. And otherwise, we wouldn't have awakened to those traumas if this twin flame didn't come in. This twin flame came in to teach you what needed to be healed. And now it's time to have an unshakable faith. You need to trust fully in yourself, your path, and the universe. And that's really what it is, that everything's happening in divine order, that you're taken care of, that you are protected, that you are loved, that again, that you're not here by mistake. Use your voice. Ask for what you need, set boundaries. God created the world with its voice. You too can create the world with your voice. Rise above. See beyond the immediate fears to get more insight. Always elevate your perspective. See everything through the lens of unconditional love. And again, now it's time just to listen to the whisper of your soul guiding you, aligning your actions to your values. That's what's happening right now. That's that's all you're supposed to do, because this person still needs to get out of their situation. They still need to do. So it's not so much about you being with them. Remember, the twin flame connection, there's a lot of time that is you're in separation from this person. That's why it's on, it's off, it's on, it's off. But during those periods of off, there's a lot of healing that's going on. Both parties are learning unconditional love. That love is not something that they can control, which if you grew up in an environment where emotionally you didn't get what you needed, well, you would want to try and control like how other people like treated you, because there would be a sense of, well, maybe they're not going to do it. That fear, where Spirit says you don't need anyone to do it. You need to do it for yourself. And that happens from being on your path. And that's what it is. You are on your path. Your soul's calling is that. And that it's again that you have to be standing in faith, and that it's a process. And it first begins by releasing those core beliefs that no longer serve you. And then to fully transform is to be on your path and become yourself. And that's whoever you want to be. And that might mean you can't quit your job tomorrow, but you can always feed what you want to become. It might just take a little bit longer. God always makes a way where there is no way, just for you. You don't need anyone outside of you to make sure that your cup is full. Because trust me, there's always going to be people that don't want to see you have success because you trigger them in one way or the other. And it's just because your light, your authenticity, your uniqueness irritates what people tend to not have in themselves. So remember, the universe brings everyone what they need, not just you. So we leave it off with one more card, and that's being true. Be true to yourself and then also others. Remove your mask and stop creating illusions. Have confidence in who you are and reveal the good in you. You do not need to hide or prove anything. Again, and replace shame with the power of love and truth. So again, you held on to shame too because of how you were treated. Somebody shamed you, made you feel as if you weren't lovable to the point that you detached and disassociated from. So that's what needed to be integrated. I'm going to leave that there. You let me know how you resonated with this one. I love you guys. I'll talk to you soon, and I will be on live later today. Bye bye.